Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson. We're coming to you from Paris, and in just a few minutes, we're going to find out what famous building is behind me. Well, next, it's time for Health Beat. For that, we go back stateside to talk to not only one of the best nutritionists on the planet, but also a best-selling author. It's great to welcome Keri Glassman with us. Welcome to Get Connected.
It's great to be with you, Con.
Well, Keri, it's great to be with you, and I want to start off our first question about food and nutrition, but why are you such a big fan of Dannon yogurt?
Why am I a fan? Well, I partnered with Dannon to educate consumers on proper digestive health.
Excellent.
And they recently came out with a survey that shows that half of Americans have tried a product with probiotics. So I'm here to really educate people on digestive health and the benefits of probiotics.
That is amazing, Keri. Now, you mentioned the Dannon survey. What surprised you the most about it?
Well, I think that actually of those half of Americans that have consumed probiotics, that 2/3 of them consume probiotics regularly. That just makes me happy that people are incorporating probiotics for overall digestive health. Because so many people for so long, I think, and still some people out there hear the word bacteria, even if they hear friendly bacteria, and they still get a little skeptical, thinking that bacteria has to be bad. And we obviously know, and this is what I'm here to talk about, is that not all bacteria is bad. There is a lot of friendly bacteria out there that we need for proper digestive health.
Well, that certainly makes a lot of sense. Now, I want to ask you about something I've heard a lot about recently, and that's Greek yogurt. I think my understanding is less sugar, more protein?
Well, that is a great point. Greek yogurt, the way it is processed, the way it is made, and it is strained, it usually does have a little less, if it is plain Greek yogurt, it does have a little less sugar and more protein. It's a little bit thicker. So it does have more protein for that reason and less sugar, exactly.
Well, Keri, another thing I've heard is that all yogurts are not created equal. What should we keep in mind when buying yogurt?
Well, that's a great question as well. And even back to the Greek yogurt, even if you're having Greek yogurt, and it can be a great choice, and I'm a fan of Greek yogurt because it doesn't have, let's say, some of it doesn't have as much sugar as some products out there, but you still want to make sure that if you're consuming that yogurt for probiotic benefits, you want to make sure that it does contain the probiotics. So to your next question, when you're consuming yogurt, you want to make sure that you see that when you read the strains of bacteria on the label, when you're looking at the package and you see those strains of bacteria, you want to make sure that those strains have extra health benefits that have been researched and studied, as opposed to just being live active cultures. Yogurt doesn't all, but it should all have live active cultures. But in order for those live active cultures to give an extra benefit, for them to be considered a probiotic, they need to also be proven with science that they provide an extra additional benefit. And if you're confused about that and you don't know what the strain on the yogurt you're eating means, go for it and call the company. And, don't be afraid to discuss it with the company or speak to your registered dietitian or a doctor.
That's certainly great advice. Now I'd love to turn our attention to your best-selling diet plan, O2. Why has it been so successful?
Oh, well, thank you. The O2 diet is a high antioxidant-based diet. But really the psychology behind it is it's all about eating empowered, really putting more of the best foods in your body, focusing on what you can eat versus what you can't eat. And so I have people look at, the antioxidant value of specific foods so that they feel empowered wanting to, let's say, choose the blueberries over the chocolate cake. So when they understand how powerful certain foods are and how they can help prevent everything from cancer to heart disease to aging, and a byproduct of that is weight loss. When they focus on the other health benefits, again, and they feel empowered wanting to eat those foods versus thinking about what they can't eat, they feel better, and it's not about deprivation, it's about what you can do for yourself. And I think that's one of the reasons, hopefully it's been successful.
Keri, you have been awesome with us today. And as we begin to wrap things up, share a couple health tips you'd love to see all of us begin to practice.
I'd love to see everybody eat, let's say, more nuts, and let's just say, how about more walnuts and pecans and pistachios? I named 3, sorry, but I'm clumping those together, nuts. I love nuts. I'd love people to eat more greens, but let's say specifically kale and bok choy. And I'd love to see people eat, I gotta throw in the yogurt, more yogurt. So I'd say those 3 foods, and obviously less just less foods that have obviously trans fats that are high fat and nutrient less, that do not contain these nutrients like packaged processed chips. I'd like to be able to see people eat a lot less just sugary products like candy, cakes, and cookies. And what else? Maybe less just refined carbohydrates like white bread and pasta, perhaps?
Keri, you're great. Thanks for the great advice today. And where can we go to learn more information?
You can go to my website, nutritiouslife.com, and you can also follow me on Twitter at Keri Glassman.
Keri, you've been great today. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Happy, healthy holidays.
Keri was great, and if you want to see other Health Beat segments we've recently done, check out our Get Connected website at contv.com. Now, when we return, it's back to Paris, and we will reveal this secret building behind us. Many people miss it when they come here, but we're not. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to contv.com and join our movement.